Hello everyone, Ninness here, your loan pro from Denver, Colorado, with another installment of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? As we get into the spring buying season, competing offers are something that you will run into. So I'm giving you 3 different competing offer strategies, 3 things you can include in your contract that might make you the top dog and get your offer accepted. So check it out. As always, if you like the information, please like, subscribe, keep getting this content delivered. Would love for you to learn everything you can. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy this episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Thanks again for joining me on another installment of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? The spring season is upon us here in Denver. That could be due to a couple things like severe lack of snow or simply home buyers, much like you, want to get a jump start on the peak buying season. But whatever the reason is, we have arrived early to a competitive market. Now, as you go out and shop for a home and find the perfect home to buy, you might be faced with a competing offer. What is a competing offer? It's where other home buyers are making offers on the same home. The seller on that home can only pick one, so the big question is, will it be mine? Because I'm fortunate to work with so many home buyers right here in Denver, I get to see a lot of contracts and how they are drafted. So with that, I'm going to go over what I see as the 3 most common clauses you can have in your contract to be more competitive. Now, number 1, escalation clauses. An escalation clause is simply where you make an offer on a home with a base price. Then inserted into the additional provisions on that contract is a note about the highest amount a buyer is willing to pay. An example would be offering $350,000 on a home and then having a provision that the buyer will beat any bona fide offer by $1,000 up to $360,000. It's a good way to stay in the bid while still limiting yourself from going too high on the price unnecessarily. Okay? Number 2, guarantee over appraisal. As buyers are making offers over asking price, it opens the door to having an appraisal that comes in below the agreed contractual price. When this occurs, all parties can lower the price, meet in the middle, or do nothing. Buyers could also walk away if the price wasn't lowered. So an easy way to be competitive is to guarantee a certain dollar amount of the appraisal over the event the appraisal comes in low. Going back to our example where you offered $360,000 on a $350,000 list price, let's say the appraisal came in at the original price of $350,000. There's a difference of $10,000. Using the guarantee over appraisal clause would mean that you would guarantee the seller money over the $350,000. Let's say the guarantee was $3,000. So the price of the home would then be changed to $353,000 with you paying the $3,000 cash. As you can imagine, that's a pretty tantalizing offer for a seller to review. Okay, and now number 3, rent backs. Occasionally, a seller might not be able to close on the sale of their home at the same exact moment of buying their next home. For these moments, they could certainly shack up with friends or family, but might be interested in simply renting the home back from you. Let's say you're moving from an apartment or a home that gives you flexibility on when you could move into your new home. A competitive offer would be to purchase the home and let the seller stay there for a couple weeks after closing or until their new home was closing, getting ready. This keeps them from finding temporary housing, which if they have kids or pets could be a tough proposition. In many cases, you can even collect a little rent from the seller, so other than a couple days waiting, no real inconveniences. As you can see from these 3 options, there are good ways to construct offers that are competitive in our Denver market. As always, if you need help with the home buying process, make sure you give me a call, send me an email, or visit me online at financemedenver.com. We love helping home buyers finance that perfect home. Otherwise, thank you as always for joining me on another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? And be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes.